Good evening, Zimbabwe, and welcome to tonight's weather report and forecast. Hope you find you well. We are in those days where you can expect a bit of cooling conditions of the ground, where we expect chances of frost. But for this few days, we're still expecting a bit of moisture over the western parts because of this field which is influencing the weather over Matabeleland north and south. To the eastern parts, we had a few cold spots in areas such as Henderson, Nyanga, as well as Mkhandi, which had temperatures between 8 and 9 degrees. To the north, we had a bit of cloudiness as well because of remnant pockets of moisture. However, behind this thick system, we're expecting cooling conditions which should affect us as we get into Thursday, especially over Matabeleland South as well as Matabeleland North into the Midlands and Masvingo provinces. For today, we're expecting more of those cloudy conditions over the western parts, giving us mild conditions over Matabeleland South and North. And the bulk of the country. This moisture should affect the Midlands area as we get into Wednesday as well as Thursday, as that moisture drifts eastwards across the country, giving us a few showers in its wake. And for that, we urge you to be weather-wise and always ensure that you know the weather before you go out. In terms of our minimum temperatures tonight, we're expecting rather mild conditions over these western parts of the country, with cooler conditions over the northeastern parts of Nyanga, Harare as well. But for the afternoon, it should be cooler over those southwestern parts, Matabeleland South, being influenced by that cloud mass that is expected to infiltrate. Bulawayo also influences our temperatures fall into the 29-degree category for tomorrow, 26 as we get into Thursday, with our minimums also falling as we get into Friday. Same for Matopo, a slight chance of frost over Matopo as we get into Thursday and Friday because of those cooling southwesterlies, those sunny, but the afternoon temperatures should be rather cool. Same for Gwanda, we're expecting 25 as we get into Thursday. So it should be very warm over those southwestern parts of the country. We're also affected with a maximum of 26 as we get into Thursday. But our minimums fall to about 11 degrees on Friday, making it cooler than of late over those central parts of the country. Masvingo also influenced by those cooling southwesterlies as we get into Thursday. Our maximums falling into the 27 degrees. Mutare, a bit cooler as we get into Thursday and Friday, but our minimums are being maintained because of the valley effect over Mutare area. But Nyanga, not so lucky with the minimum at 10 tomorrow, but it should warm up as we get into the weekend. For Marondo, we're expecting our maximums to be slightly maintained for much of this week, whilst the minimums slightly improve as that cloud mass drifts eastwards across the country. For Harare, also the same. Our maximums are not much of a change, whilst Kadoma is more warmer than much of the southern parts of the country, and our minimums rather maintained. Same for Chinoyi, where we're expecting our minimums to be in the mild category, and our maximums for Victoria Falls also not touched by this cooling southeasterlies. But for our minimums, we still have a slight decline there. Lupane also influenced around Friday. We were expecting our minimums to drop slightly, whilst Bindura is projected to be in the mild category for much of this week, with a bit of cloudiness as we get into the later parts of this week. For warmer conditions, one has to be in Kariba. We're expecting our temperatures to be in the 30-degree category. Even in the morning, it should be rather mild across board. That's it for the weather and forecast. Been a place, Zimbabwe. I'm James Gumba Jr. for the Met Department.